Okay, so as you can see, we have the three sections from before. Again, we've got long side, short side, short side. Here, we have two pieces of waste in the middle. I'm going to remove those now. Alright, so I got two of those are the same. This piece is also the same, and I've got one other piece that is the same. These have been jointed and ripped to 3.5 inches in width. The next step for these is to take them to the planer and make them 1/2 inch thick. So we're at the planer. We've got our four pieces of stock. They are approximately 1 inch thick. So we need to set our planer bed to a height of 1 inch. We'll do that looking at this ruler right here and adjusting the bed elevation hand wheel. So I'm going to lower the bed down. And you see I'm right here, right about that 1 inch mark. I'm going to run these through multiple times. I want to make sure that both faces are clean and that at the end are proper thickness, which is 1/2 inch. Okay, let's take a look at the four pieces that were planed. I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces here, and then a fourth piece here. We'll talk about this fourth piece in front of me. I've got the long side 1, long side 2, short side 1, short side 2 laid out on top of that 3.5 inch wide piece to show how the four pieces are orientated in that piece of stock. If we look at this end, I've got a painted green end from the mill, and that helps distinguish the different species of woods from others as they're in stock at the mill or at the lumber yard. I've only got about 1/8 of an inch overhang from the bottom piece to the piece that's on top, long side 1, and then I'm going to space out the gap between the two to represent where the saw blade would be when we cut these into separate pieces. If I put a gap between each piece, if you look on the end here, I've got less than 1/4 of an inch. So the bottom piece is appropriately sized for the four pieces we're going to cut out of it. The next step for this piece will be cutting the groove in the bottom, and we're going to cut the groove along all four pieces at the same time to ensure that the groove is a uniform depth from piece to piece and a uniform distance from the bottom edge.